Hello everyone, welcome back to the Python tutorial. In this video, we are going to learn what is conditional statements, then different types of conditional statements, that is if statement, if else statement, elif statement and nested if else statement. Okay, so let's start with the lecture. First of all, we'll understand what is conditional statement. What do we mean by condition? Okay, decision making is one of the most important aspect of almost all the programming language, right? As the name implies, decision making allows us to run a particular block of code for a particular decision. Okay, so here the decisions are made on the validity of a particular condition, right? In real life also, if I want to make some decision, we need some we in real life also, if we want to make some decision, we take the decision depending upon the condition, right? What the condition is, we observe the condition, we understand the condition, and according to the condition we take the decision. Okay, so condition checking is a backbone of a decision making. Now as you can see here, I have taken one real life example. Suppose it is raining. Okay, so the condition here is it is raining, right? Now, if it is raining, I will make some decision. Okay, according to the condition. So if it is raining, then I will take the umbrella while going out of the house. Correct? But if it is not raining, I will not take the umbrella. Okay, so here I am making some decision, right, according to the condition. If it is raining, so raining is my condition, then I will take the umbrella. But if it is not raining, then I will not take the umbrella. Okay, so that is called as condition, and on that condition I am making some decision. Okay, so as you can see in the diagram, if it is raining, I will grab an umbrella, put on the boots. Otherwise, I will wear a sunglass and put on the sneakers and go for the work. So here I have drawn one flow diagram which indicates that if it is raining, then I will grab an umbrella, put on the boots and go for the work. And if it is not raining, then I will wear a glass, put on the sneakers and go for the work. I hope so that you have understood now what exactly conditional statement means, okay, or what exactly the conditions are, and how we take the decision according to the condition. Okay, so now this same thing we are also applying in our programs. Okay, so in program also there are some conditions, and according to that we need to write the code. Okay, so in Python, decision making is performed using the following conditional statements. Okay, so in Python, decision making is performed by using the following conditional statements. So we have total 4 conditional statements, that is if statement, if else statement, if elif statement and nested if statement. Okay, so we'll understand each and every Python conditional statement one by one with an example. So first let's start with the if statement. Okay, now what is if statement? So the if statement is used to test the particular condition, and if the condition is true, then it will execute the block of code, otherwise it will get out of the block. Okay, so as you can see here, this is a flow chart in which I have written in which we have shown some condition, and if this condition is true or it becomes true, then whatever the block of code we have written inside the if statement, that will be get executed. And suppose if this condition is false, then it will get out of the block and it will execute the statements which we have written outside the block. Okay, so as you can see here, the syntax is if expression. Expression indicates the condition. So condition can be any valid logical expression, okay, which can be either evaluated to be true or false. Fine, and then we use colon after the condition. Okay, and then we write the statement. So this is how we write the if statement. Okay, so as you can see here, the example is given a equals to 10, b equals to 30, and I'm just checking whether a is less than 30. So I have written here condition, if a is less than b, then what it will do, it will print b is greater. Okay, So as you can see here also, so if is a keyword, okay, it's a keyword, and whatever we return after the if is the condition, and inside the if block whatever we write the statement will be printed if this particular condition is true. Okay, now let's see this particular example practically. Okay, so here I'm going to write the code for if statement. Okay, so my question is to check whether number is greater or not. Okay, so I will first assign one variable. Okay, I will declare one variable and I will assign the value as 12, and another variable and I will assign the value as 13. Okay, and now I want to check whether A is less than B. So I will write if A is less than B, okay, then it will print A is smaller. Okay, that's it. And after that I want to print B is greater. Okay, that's it. Now we'll execute this particular statement. Okay, so now we are getting A is smaller as well as B is greater, right? Why this is happening? Because see, the condition A is less than B, this condition becomes true, so it get inside the if block and it prints the statement, right? But after the end of this if block, we have written the statement print B is greater. So this will also get printed. Why? Because we do not we have the block of statement for only true condition, right? We do not have any block of statement for for false statement, right? So in this case, so therefore if statement is very rarely used, and therefore we have the second type, that is if else statement. Okay, now suppose I am removing this printf from here and I am just printing this. So now it is giving me only A is smaller. Okay, got it? Now let's see the another statement, that is if else statement. Okay, now if else statement provides us with an else block, okay, which is combined with the if statement, okay, and which is executed in the false case. Okay, now suppose if the condition is true, then the if block will get executed. But what if the condition is false, right? Which was happening in our first case, right? So if the condition is false, then they have provided one block that is called as else block. Okay, so if the condition is blocked, then whatever the statements which we write inside the else, that particular statements will get executed. Okay, so as you can see here, we have condition, okay, and if the condition becomes true, then what it will execute? The statement written inside the if block, right? And if the condition is false, then it will execute the statement written inside the else block. Okay, so this is how if else statement works. So now as you can see here, the syntax is if condition, then in the condition, if condition, and then in the if block we will write the statements. Else, remember that in else we do not write the condition, only we write the statements. Okay, so if the condition become false, then it will skip the if block and it will execute the, it will jump to the else block and it will execute whatever the statements we have written inside the else block. Okay, so here if and else are the keywords. Fine. Now we'll understand this practically. Now suppose we will take same question. I want to find whether the number is greater or smaller. Okay, so I will write it as A equals to 13. I have taken two values, B equals to 14, right? So if A is less than B, correct, colon, then it will print A is greater A is smaller, right? Else, now we are writing else block. If that condition becomes false, then what will be our statement? B is smaller. Okay, now we'll execute this. So as you can see, in A we have 13, right? And in B we have 14. So 13 is less than 14. So our if condition becomes true here. So what we are getting? A is smaller. Okay, so if the condition is true, then it will go inside the if block and it will print this statement, and then it will skip outside the if block. Got it? Now suppose I am making some changes here. I will store 15 in the A. Now again we'll execute this. Now as you see, now we are getting B is smaller. Why so? Because see, now in A we have 15 and in B we have 14, right? So here the condition becomes false, correct? So the condition becomes false. So will it go to the if block? Will it go inside the if block? No, it will not go inside the if block. What it will do? It will skip this if block and it will go in the else block, and whatever the statements I have written inside the else block, that particular statement will be executed. Okay, so this is how the if else statement works. Okay, I hope you have understood this. Now next is elif statement. The elif statement enables us to check the multiple condition and execute the specific block of the statements depending upon the true condition among them. So if we have more than one condition, so we can write that in using elif statement. Okay, so as you can see here, it is also called as if-else ladder sometimes, or in C and C languages it was used to called as if-else ladder, whereas in Python we called it as elif statement. So as you can see in this diagram, we have condition. So we have more than one condition, we have three condition. So if the first condition becomes true, then it will execute the statement. If second, then it will execute, and if third condition is true, then it will execute the third statement. Okay, and whatever the next statement is there. Okay, now so see, this is the syntax. If expression 1, then it will execute this particular block of statement. Suppose this expression 1 is false, then it will move to the next statement and it will again check the condition in the second elif statement. Okay, if this also becomes false, then it will go to the third elif expression, and if that also become false, then it will go to the last, that is else. Got it? Okay, so this is how the elif statement works. Now let's understand this with the help of example practically. Okay, now suppose I want to find the greatest number among three numbers. Okay, I want to find the greatest among three numbers. So I am taking A, B equals to 13 and C equals to 14. Okay, so I will write it as if A is less than B, then print if A is greater than B, then print A is greater. Okay, fine. Elif will come, and again I will write here condition. If A is so now here we have three variables, so I will use AND operator here, and A is greater than C. Okay, then elif B is greater than A and B is greater than C. Got it? And then print A is greater. print B is greater. Okay, and then again I will, now last will be my else statement. So here I am going to write it as print C is greater. Understood? Okay, now we'll execute this. So what it is giving me? C is greater. Now see, first it will check if A is greater than B. So as you can see, 12 is not greater than B, so this condition becomes false. And A is greater than C, so 12 is not greater than C, so this particular statement becomes completely false, right? So it will jump to the next elif statement. In that we have written B is greater than A, so 13 is greater than 12. Okay, so this becomes true, right? But we have also written B is greater than C, so this becomes false. So when true and false, then this complete statement becomes false, right? So it will jump to the next last block, that is else block, and it will print what? C is greater. Okay, now suppose I am changing here B equals to 15. Now this will execute which statement? Now this is giving me B is greater. Why? Because first condition become false. So it will move to the next statement, that is elif. Here it will check the condition and this condition becomes true. So it will go inside the elif block and it will print the statement whatever we have written. Okay, so this is how elif statement works. Now last we have is nested if else statement. Now what do you mean by nested? Nested means we write multiple if and else statement inside the another if else statement. Okay, so there may be a situation where we want to check for another condition after the condition. Okay, so in such situation you can use a nested if statement. So as you can see the syntax here, we have if expression statement, then again inside the if I have used another if, then again in if I have used elif, right? So we can use the nested if according to our convenience or according to the conditions, according to the questions. Okay, so there is no like fixed syntax for the nested if else statement. Fine. Okay, so we'll see this example practically. So as you can see here also one example is there. We have one variable num equals to 24. So first we check whether the number is greater than 0. If the number is greater than 0, then it will print number is positive. Then otherwise it will go in else block, and in else block as you can see we have again used the if else statement. Okay, so let's try this example practically. So first we'll take one variable and we'll save the value as 20. Now we'll check the condition if num is greater than 0. Okay, so it will print positive number. Fine. Okay, otherwise else, in else again I am writing if num is equal to 0, right? So I will print if num is equal to 0, so I will print here as num is 0. Okay, num is 0. Fine. And again inside that, for that if I will have the else statement where I will print num is negative. Okay, and last else, now we will have where I will print like this, just have a nice day. Okay, now see what we have done. First we have written if, right? And then this, in this if has this else statement, and then again in that else we have used if else statement, correct? Correct. Okay, now see what we have done here. First we have taken one if statement. In that if statement we have one statement. Then in that if, then for that if we have else statement. Then in else statement we have used one more if else statement. So here we are using one if. So here we are using nested if else statement. So one inside one else we are using one more if statement. Okay, so this is how we write the nested if else statement. Okay, so this is how we write the nested if else statement. Now let's see what is the question, what is the program. So now num equals to 20 we have written. So if 20 is greater than 0, right? So the condition becomes true. True. Yes. Okay, now let's execute this. Okay, so see what here I am getting is see what here I am getting, I have written num equals to 20, right? So 20 is greater than 0, condition becomes true. So what it will print? It will print positive number. It will go inside the if block and it will print positive number, right? And then it will directly go to the last statement, that is have a nice day, because this particular statement is written outside the if block. So whatever we write outside the if block, that will be compulsorily executed. Okay. Now let's change the value. We'll take it as -1. Okay, first we'll take it as 0. Okay, now we will execute. So as you can see, 0 is greater than 0. So if condition becomes false, so it will go in else. In else we again have if. So here we are checking whether num is equal to 0. So the condition becomes true. So it will print num is 0 and it will get out of this if block and it will move to the last statement, that is have a nice day. Okay, now we'll again change the value. Now we'll keep it as negative numbers. We'll take it as -8. So now it is, so now see, if condition becomes false, so it will go in else. In else we have one more if. So again this condition becomes false, so it will go in else and it will print what number is negative. And what is, and it will get out of the else loop, and whatever we have written at the outside the block of the if, so that particular statements get printed. Okay, so this is how nested if else statement works. Okay, I hope you have understood all the 4 conditional statements. Okay, thank you so much.
Don't forget to subscribe and press bell icon for new updated videos.
Like and share videos with your friends.